Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know I don't put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
Glad you're here today.
We are back in the building. What's up, all you beautiful people? How are you doing out there? This is 98.7 The Rock playing the hits.
The 90s,
What's up,
the
man? How
80s,
you doing,
90s, and today. We just skipped all the other years.
Oh,
What's good, man? What's good? We are ready. We're ready to go. You know? A lot of pivoting over here last minute.
I got the CeeDee jersey on again.
Dude,
right.
You look good in it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want.
You
know what?
Got the little ice, too, for his bag. Talk about bag. D-Bro already on the screen with a comment from like a way old AMA. I love it.
Honestly, I was going to take it off, and I'm like, no, that comment's just so goated. Mayo and Hawaiian rolls, like, yeah, we're going to leave that thing right there. So
Mayo and Hawaiian rolls.
What's
I'm ready.
cracking, my people? Everybody. Beautiful women, children, men of all ages, you know?
Yo, man, I forgot the drawing was tonight. I must have missed it. Live. Our friends at Club Fantasy, Josh and Women of Fantasy, they did the drawing, right? For the Eagles swag. Jason Kelce signed jersey, Jalen Hurts signed jersey. Josh just hit me up in my DMs though. Congrats, my dude. Jason Kelce's gonna have a permanent spot on my wall. We got it, man. The Kelly Green, Jason Kelce side jersey is going up on this motherfucker.
Locked and loaded. Interesting.
Clapping cheeks.
Look how genuinely happy he is, man. That's awesome.
Good vibes, man. I knew if I would just take one for the team and put the CeeDee jersey on for the CeeDee Lamb AMA
I don't know.
thumbnail.
I just don't. What's it going to take for you to like realize it's okay to be a part of the squad? Like rock the CD for us. That's all. That's all.
I'm jacked, man. I'm jacked to the tits.
Look at you.
I needed this one. I needed this. Needed it bad.
The Kelly Green's pretty tough though. I mean, I don't know what. If that ain't what you need, I don't know what else you need. By the way, everyone's so concerned about my Red Bulls yesterday, so I decided to, tell them I cared about them. Got Monster tonight.
Little monster. You cutting back.
I wish I could say I was. But
No, you ain't cutting back.
dude, I'm literally on no sleep 2 nights in a row and took my ass to New York and trying to get and straggling to get. I'm all discombobulated. I'm on the phone with my Stream Deck. All right, we made it happen, but just know there was a lot of pivoting. Pivot. But we're here.
You look good for being on no sleep, my guy.
Man, I tell you this much.
You built different.
We are, but Mikey, you got that feeling in the back of your mind, like, yeah, but I probably only got so much to really get away with this type of shit. So we gotta get back to routine someday,
I feel it.
But for now, Mike, it's AMA. All that shit goes away. We're ready. We're locked.
CeeDee got the bag. He got the bag.
Mike, here's the thing. To me, more than anything, this is just a tale as old as time. Jerry's caving. Jerry's gonna cave before it's fucking time to be all upset.
You think I think almost all these teams are gonna cave. We do this shit every year.
Damn.
At this point, don't we?
I feel like Corey was all excited and then he's not, and I'm like, damn. Okay. Now I know why you didn't. Now I know why it was okay that you didn't watch content, Corey. I love you too.
Goated comment.
Yeah.
But aren't we getting to the point, man? And I think I had a discussion with the patrons. Discord, Savage tier, patreon.com/South Harmon. Shameless plug. Get that fucker in there. I had this conversation with them. We're in a different fucking day and age than we used to be. And there's a lot of old school players, a lot of old school a lot of old school media personalities, a lot of old school people in this fantasy football space who every fucking year I watch them sing the same old bullshit song and dance about how these players don't have any fucking leverage and that the teams ain't going to pay them and they ain't going to get traded and none of this is going to happen. And then what happens every fucking time, Adam?
What had happened was
pay that man his money.
Now, I'll be interested to see how the IU unfolds in general. I think regardless of whether you think he has leverage or not, I'm just intrigued to see how it finishes. But, like, I feel like if you really didn't think CeeDee was getting paid, I feel like you're not hip to what Jerry's going to do. Like, that's what he's going to do in the moment of, all right, man, we need to get – he eventually gets on his clock where he's uncomfortable. Time to pay him, man. Magic.
Time to pay.
It's a magic trick, you know?
Time to pay. CeeDee got the bag. I'm happy for CeeDee, man. He deserves every fucking bit of it. Now, the question posed in the title of the AMA. Now that the bullshit is out the fucking way,
we had to
do it.
Formality.
It's not going to be people with their conjecture season, their bullshit takes.
Well, Mike, there is,
their fading of CeeDee Lamb. Is he the Dynasty wide receiver 1?
Fizzle says no. So, I mean, for everybody take that for what it's worth last night. Mike, I don't know if you were playing the game at that point, but
I was beating Big Corey's ass. That's what was,
you were sweating that shit out over there. Don't try. You did.
Wasn't sweating. Man, Bird Emanuel Jr. threw for over 400 yards, 4 tutties. He's well on his way to a Heisman.
One thing we are not going to be doing.
None of the chip.
One thing we're not going to do in our lifetime is like talk about our players and like they're real people and like
he is a real person. He's on all my C2C teams. He's a real guy.
He's a real man.
He's a man.
He's a real boy.
He's 20.
All right, listen, I get it, but what was I actually going to say? Now I'm all thrown off. No, Fizz. No, Fizz is over here like, nah, man. See, not this year. I'm like, dude, you know I love you, but we gotta get some consistency out of you, my guy.
Right.
Have some faith. Stick to your guns.
What says you?
I'm in the streets with it. You know, who else? Come on.
I'm in the Scott Fishbowl with it.
Yeah, well, Mike, I'm like, all right, let me get a little crazy at 102.
Our reputation's on the line.
Mike's all here like, yeah, 109, you know. God damn it. How did that happen? How is it that it's just amazing to me in 2 different drafts.
When you're running pure, my guy.
What? The shit that Mike does mentally to people is one of the things that needs to be studied in this game. I'm telling you.
You would act like I like swindle him. I'd tell him exactly what I'm going to fucking do.
I'm saying, but no,
it's just like, okay, go ahead.
Mike, I'm just saying it's in general. I've seen it for years now. The way in which people like handled playing with you mentally it needs to be studied. There's something about it. It's hysterical.
I get in their head, I guess. For me, Adam, final answer.
That was a pro. That was a good thing. And he's my wide receiver 1, but go ahead.
Yeah. You know we love tiers, right? Definitely tier 1. No fucking question about that. Is he Dynasty wide receiver 1? Final answer, yes. For me, he's Dynasty wide receiver 1. I would take him before Chase or Jefferson.
With you. Why are you taking what I guess at this point, now it feels like it's kind of there was definitely a point in like the spring, I would say for sure, where it was like Jefferson 1. Nah, just Jefferson 1. Like we're not having a conversation. It's just not. Sure. That's what people are telling us. Now, what I don't understand is,
for me?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the counterpoint for me from the beginning always was, if these dudes are the same age, and they're both uber talented, and one has, even if it's for just a single season, I don't think that Dak's going anywhere, for the record, but even if it's just for one season, he's got Dak, where now Jefferson we're hoping McCarthy steps up, but like realistically, that was a rookie, even if he did, right? Darnold, a whole season, and then what happens next year now? Like, that matters. I'm sorry, in the tiebreaker situation, Mike, what the fuck do you want? That matters.
It does. What changed it for me was you and I were doing an episode. I believe it was actually in preparation for the Scott Fish Bowl.
Bang. Oh, yeah, we were doing those little series, yep.
We were, and we're looking at WoRP. And when you change that nice little slider just to week 7 on, when that offense fucking clicked, CeeDee Lamb would break fucking fantasy football.
Oh,
if he did that for a full I mean, he was a god in WoRP last year, the number 1 wide receiver in WoRP last year in 10 games, essentially. The fucking Corey,
that's actually pretty damn good.
Oh, I love it. But he was the wide receiver 1 in WoRP last year in basically 10 games. And I'm not saying that he didn't play the first 6 or whatever the fuck it was, but that offense was ass cheeks. And you and I were having many conversations on recap shows.
Well,
and AMAs
unfortunately, we timed it the worst we could have. So it was literally the Friday. Remember we were trying to do some of those Fridays like preparation for the week.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, if you got CeeDee, this is about the time you should be considering trading him. My man went out there on Sunday and absolutely
he hit that Mike Breen bang.
He went bananas, bro. That might have been, if it wasn't his top week, it was one of those like crazy weeks. He had like 2 or 3 of them. So, RIP to the take.
But when we looked at it, you're like you even factor in just a little bit of a downturn. Now, if I live in this, it might be a fantasy world, fantasy football. But if I live in this world where, listen, I'm not saying he's got to do everything he did for the last 10 weeks of the season last year, but if he comes close, like 85, 90% of it, he's unquestionably the wide receiver 1 again in WoRP, points per game, whatever the fuck metric you want to use. CeeDee Lamb is him. Timothy Lamb. So, I mean, we're talking about a guy, like you said, he's the same age as Justin Jefferson. He's, same age, 1 year older. Than Jamar Chase.
For Chase, no, Chase.
We're splitting fucking hair. They're all good. They're all good. But give me the guy who I've actually seen break fantasy football.
Right.
Like,
now,
legit break fantasy football.
I get it with Chase. I definitely do. Like, the stars are potentially aligning. But when I say that, I make sure to put it in potentially. Like, we still got to see T. Higgins move on. If you forget, like, rookie season for him, absolutely breaking souls in the championship game. You just didn't make the championship is what happened because he affected that shit, and Burrow did too. And I mean, when they're both healthy, Mike, they're a tandem that's crazy. But it's just been, I guess, it's been the inconsistency. Plus, we don't actually know if he'll get that massive bump in targets. Because the thing about Chase is we haven't actually seen that. So what's scary about Chase is like, if that does happen, where T. Higgins moves on, and you already seen like Boyd, and if he starts becoming a just like CeeDee Lamb target funnel. We might have to reopen this door, but right now, it's not quite here yet.
And I would say, I mean, just the good friends over at Keep Trade Cut. This might be one of the few times I agree with him. CeeDee Lamb's Dynasty wide receiver 1, man. The one I don't agree with, Jamar Chase, wide receiver 4. So maybe that's the play.
Who?
Maybe that's the wide receiver 4, man.
Haza? I don't, Mike. Can I tell you something? I just don't understand people. I think there's something with people in general in me. I just don't. I love Amon-Ra. I love Amon-Ra, so I like to see that. But what? Come on.
I do too. He's in a tier with Marv too, which the part of me who's got some Marv is
you ain't ready. You ain't ready for this, Mike. Marv has a hot week or two early, Mike. Wide receiver 1 combo now. Here. Dog, I believe it. It's going to be the quickest wide receiver 1 that you've ever seen if he has 2 solid weeks. It's going to be insane.
And you know me looking at it like a stock market. I'm going, how many of these Marv shares can I turn into Chase right now?
Well, I don't think we're quite there yet, but 1 week and we could be. I mean, that's how people
week
go.
1, Chase.
People
Chase
could go
doesn't
that
play,
way.
or maybe sits out and plays a half, whatever. I don't know.
I'm honestly, like, some of these things just still puzzle me. I guess when the games are actually being played, you'll start to see a little more movement. But I figured by now Tyreek would pass Neighbors, and he's not.
No. We hate old vets, man. They're old. They're disgusting. Tyreek's going to die and never do anything ever again. That's how it goes. Sorry.
There's Drake London right there, too. It's just.
I get it.
It's Malik Neighbors, it's Drake London, and it's Tyreek Hill.
Welcome to the best/worst time of the year, man. The week before the season starts, and people are just fucking Dynasty.
Listen, I don't want to beg. I don't like to be someone that comes out here. Listen, we got a good life, man. We get to watch football. There's a lot of good things. I don't want to be a beggar, but Mike, I'm begging, man. We got to get football back. This just isn't right. Nothing's right in the world right now. We got to get it. We got to get it in between the lines, man. We got to go play.
That might be one of the only future. I'm not even gonna call it a song because it ain't his song. And, he just guessed on it. But one of my only future songs that I actually really do like, and you can comprehend what the fuck he's saying. Life is good. Him and Drake.
Life is good,
Life is good, man. $100,000 worth of rings.
Mike's on his way. I feel like though, getting that $100,000 worth of rings. No, but I mean,
might.
Okay, now
You gotta buy him big though. I got big old fucking.
I don't think there's much left to say. I mean, we know what CD is. We know if you don't have him as one, you don't have him as one. Fizz is back here with CD Goat. I want you to say it on air with your chest. All right, I believe you. But
With your chest. Put some mambo sauce.
come on, mambo that thing up, man. All right, so I'm gonna pivot here because I'm looking at the rankings on Keep Trade Cut. Our good friends over there just. They're the gift that keeps on giving, buddy. We just
We're gonna trademark that saying too. Our good friends at Keep Trade Cut.
I mean, they're not actually, and I'm not sure that we actually have good friends, so it kind of all fits, where is the comment about Brandon? There it is. John Smith, startup. What do you guys think about Ayuk? I tell you what I think is wide receiver 17 is too low.
Ooh, wide receiver 17 is too low.
How low can you go? How low can you go?
Who?
Olave.
Who?
Next.
Yep. Okay. Nico.
Honestly, I'm a lot warmer on Nico than I've been in the past. I know we've had our moments. I'm still gonna put Ayuk ahead of him though. But
my man,
I believe Nico really should be in this tier though. I do.
Jalen Waddle.
Here's what I'll say about Waddle. This year, him staying healthy, there's a lot of good signs with his game, but obviously in fantasy, you and I have been on record. I think this year for him is kind of a big year to actually put the stamp on, can he actually be a difference maker with Tyreek there? Now, eventually, he's going to take over that, but I want you to understand if that takes a year or two, if we're literally going into that would be what now, Mike? God, I don't want to think about that far in the future, but 26. If we're going into the 26th season, you know what Jalen Waddle is now? He's old. He's 27.8. He's AJ Brown, where everyone's like, he's old.
He's Terry McLaurin.
I mean, I think Waddle's actually been somehow with a lot of the good games, he just hasn't been the best at WoRP and hasn't been the most winning player really for all the production he has had at times. I think this is the year I think that it's important to see him really capture that. Otherwise, I'm not saying people are going to get hip to it, but the same record is a broken ass record, man. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to change the tune?
Keep spinning. Keep spinning.
It's on repeat. It's on repeat one. It's like Mike's got control of the thing.
I'm taking Brandon Ayuk over.
I got Ayuk over Waddle though. Yes, I do.
Yeah. I can't really disagree too much with the rest of them. Adunze, Smitty.
I put Adunze ahead of him. I think Smitty and him are same tier. If you want Smitty because he's not dealing with anything off the field right now, it's fine. I'm good with it.
I'd definitely take Smitty, even if Ayuk, had a contract.
Really, I wouldn't do that.
Yep. Smitty in that Kellen Moore offense this year. Oh baby, oh baby.
I want you to think about how good Ayuk has been, and that's in spite of the Kyle Shanahan.
Here's a good one. I mean, people really. This guy's so fucking far down. They hate him. I'm about to record a video on him. Michael Pittman Jr.
You want that? Should we bring out that thumbnail we never used? That ice one. Remember that?
Oh, the icy Michael. Yeah. I need that in my life.
That's crazy. We were just starting. I made all those thumbnails and just kept making them. We didn't even use them. We got to go use those. I mean, they're probably not going to be as good as I wanted them, but we're definitely using that one for your video.
They still
you need to make a video on that though. I don't know what it is exactly. I know you'll speak to it, so I don't want to steal the thunder from your show, but it just
is it Adonai? Is it A-Rich possibly reported struggling?
Yes. It's everything.
Low volume offense.
And those are just enough distractions because there's something about Michael Pittman on his own. Maybe it's because he's a junior. We've seen the senior. I don't know. I don't know what he has. What does he got to do?
Adam, something though I want to talk about just real quick. I mean, we got you on here, and we're football fans. Tomorrow night, man, Coach Prime, Dion, in prime time, 7 p.m. Central, God's time.
What's your take on the Shador thing? I think there was something about a deal he got, right? And recently.
No fucking idea.
I thought I saw that on the plane. I could be way late on that too, though.
Shador got a deal.
That's what I thought I saw.
I imagine he's probably got a deal. Probably got lots of deals.
Well, he's got. Okay, let me rephrase. He's got probably a ton of them, but I thought it was something with Nike.
Oh, that was a top search on Twitter right there. Nike unveils a massive Shador Sanders billboard in New York City at Times Square.
So, Mike, when I'm on, I take Frontier, the budget cheap ass. I get here as cheap as I can, right? So, the one thing that sucks about it is you are phoneless. Now, it's kind of nice because you just put it down and you just chill. But when you land, it's like all those notifications come at once, and that was just the top one, Shador Sanders. So I'm like, all right,
get you.
Maybe it's real.
Hey man, good for him. Signed with Nike, got the bag. Speaking of a guy who got a bag,
if you're gonna sign with somebody, it's got to be with Nike, man.
You get a new rollie now. Is that what the kids still wear rollies? Or are they on something else? So there's a new brand I don't know about.
Shador probably.
I've never been to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably always going to be other things at play, but the rollies are just not going to go completely away. It's just not going to happen.
He got time today. He definitely got time today.
He got time today. What's up, Robert Holland? Dude, feels like I could be wrong. It feels like I haven't seen you in a minute, but I'm glad you're in here, buddy. We glad you're here today,
What do you think then the rest of the college world? I mean, there's a bunch of games tomorrow. There is. Just kind of all over the map. The big one, North Dakota State at Colorado. North Dakota State, perennial FCS powerhouse. Colorado, the all eyes on them. All the haters on them, all the must-watch TV, and then Saturday, man. Saturday. We got games Friday night, too, if you want to watch Temple, Oklahoma, which I probably will because I'm a
Furman, Ole Miss,
Stanford. Yeah. Western
Akron,
Michigan,
Ohio State. No.
You don't want to watch that one? Upset. But what about on Saturday, man? Clemson, Georgia. How bad does Clemson get smacked?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Cheeks. I think you're gonna see Cheeks early.
Cheeks are clapping. Cheeks are clapping. Miami, Florida. Another big game on Saturday. 2:30.
When you first showed me that, I thought you were doing like your own version of the turnover chain. That's always what I'm gonna think of it as.
I might. For whatever reason, Western Kentucky and Alabama is on ESPN at 6:00. Like that was the best they could come up with.
How the hell? If you're NC State, you play Western Carolina. Like, what are we doing?
Well, the highlight of the nightcap. The highlight of the nightcap. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame at Texas A&M.
Oh, okay. I thought you might go to LSU and USC. I'm kind of looking forward to that game too.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that one. That'd be a good one. That's on Sunday though, so you're good.
Okay. I thought that was Saturday. That's Sunday.
Nope, Sunday night, 6:30.
Oh, perfect. Is that the only game Sunday?
Yep. And then Monday we got another game, Boston College at Florida State, fresh off getting there.
Dude, I don't know what it is about Boston College. Like a game that Boston College is in, I feel like I have a hard time watching. I don't know what it is about that school. I can't.
You got to watch him, man. Thomas Castellanos.
Listen, I'm going to watch him. I'm just saying it's something about the team, the jerseys. I
get it. They're very vanilla and meh. And
yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? The ESU Wolves from the program. They got the same color scheme, right? But yeah, Thomas Castellanos. I like watching him, man.
You know how much I like football? You know what you have to do to make me kind of feel like, I don't really want to watch this? Like, that's how I feel about Boston College. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Got some prospects to watch. I did see a comment in there about the underwhelming 2025 draft class. As of right now, definitely I would say it's probably underwhelming because there's two quarterbacks, maybe. We don't know.
Oh, wow. Superflex Trip Crown saying Shador to the Giants for Malik.
Oh, you could have that. That'd be fun.
And I don't know. It's so funny. This was a while ago. I was like, I think Malik's going to be wearing 1 this year. And then someone was like, no, he's wearing 9. Just some people are ahead of the time. I didn't realize he was actually going to get the number unretired, but pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
Brandon, what's up, my guy?
What's up, Brandon?
For the new college football season is starting up tomorrow night, and Tar Heels are playing. Yeah, the Tar Heels are playing.
This Brandon's here too. I'm invested. Brandon, mm-hmm. What do you think? Does Connor Harrell take over at some point this year? I want to see
Brandon,
Connor Harrell
say
play.
something. I'm giving up on you.
I don't want to see old Texas A&M just transfer shitter quarterbacks. I want to see Connor Harrell play. I want excitement. Let me know, Brandon. You're the guy. It's your Tar Heels. You're the college football.
I mean, listen, I was literally just scrolling because, we were late a little bit. Dog. I mean,
fair.
Spot the lie. Spot the lie.
But to be completely honest, man, shouldn't 88 be retired for Dallas? I mean,
88 for Dallas. I get it. It's cool. But it's also kind of like Jerry doing his bullshit in a way. Now, granted, they all fuck with it, so it's a different deal. But, like, I don't know. Just the idea of Jerry's like, all right, you're going to be appointed. Now, I think they really like it, so it's dope.
I mean, and I'm being honest here. Maybe you read the story or whatever. Maybe. Who the fuck was number one for the Giants, and why is it retired?
I forget that.
Because whoever that is,
I will say this,
famous.
Mike. So here's what I did. I forget the name already, but I did click on it to go try to see what the hell like he had done. All of which was my short-term memory on no sleep, Mike, is good as shot. Like, I don't remember anything that I read.
Bro,
so.
Who the fuck is Ray Flattery?
Well, some people like to flatter themselves,
Maybe honestly, who gives a shit?
Well, I can tell you what he is. He is a person that was honored by taking away his number. That now it's like, no. We're taking that back. We're taking that back. I'm on a mission
to find out who the fuck Ray Flattery was.
Mike, you're gonna be ruined. Your whole night's gone because you're not gonna find out. There's nothing to find.
He better be a fucking. Oh my God, his picture's in black and white.
Well, yeah.
He was born in 1903. He died in 1994. Nice 90 years old. Lived a real long life.
This poor guy's been 6 feet under for how long? We're taking his number back,
I'm sorry. His professional.
The first number ever retired, Mike. We're taking it back.
His professional playing career paragraph on Wikipedia is very short. It's not very long. He once played for the Los Angeles Wildcats.
Hell yeah.
1926. Played for the New York Yankees from 27 to 28. I'm assuming that might have been the football Yankees. Yep.
What's crazy is when you type. So if you type it in, right, like Ray Flattery, the first picture I'm looking at is like, so it's obviously ancient, but he's wearing number 6. The hell's going on here?
He played for the New York Giants in 1931 through 1935. So we're talking about a guy who had 5 fucking years with the Giants total as a player. And they retired his number.
He was him, Mike. You put some fucking respect on Ray Flattery's name, all right?
Okay. He was once third-team All-Pro.
Mike, he was the NFL receptions leader, receiving yards leader, touchdown leader in the same season, 1932, which got him the retired number.
I gave you his career, right, Adam? His career NFL statistics: 41 catches, 626 yards, and 20 touchdowns.
And he led the NFL in all 3 categories, Mike, to give you an idea how the game used to be played, okay?
So he probably led it with like 300 yards.
Bro, he had a game of like 75 yards. People going crazy. Like, what the hell just happened?
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's. This is making my head hurt. Let's get off of this. Let's get back to real life. Holy shit! What the fuck am I looking at?
Let's go.
Bro, it's 100 years ago.
Trip Crown just said they retired his number because of what he did as a coach. Who gives a fuck? Why do you get your number retired?
Okay, well here's the thing. His first year as a coach, he went to Gonzaga to coach football. Apparently.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, listen.
I should have gone down this rabbit hole.
We need to pay some homage. All right, we need to. Without him, Mike, you say what you will, but without him, we're not here. All right.
Okay.
You put some fucking respect on your elders' names. He's
try.
rolling. He's rolling in his grave. He hasn't moved in literally decades.
I'll pass. Oh man, yeah. Puka Nacua had those stats by week 5 last year.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. How dare we do it?
All right. Enough of flattery. I'm over flattering him.
What was his name again? Rob
Ray
Flattery.
Ray Flattery might be. You know.
I got you, Richard.
Yep. Okay. So, all that said.
What about these iPads?
Well, here. No. We get there, but what you need to do if you want to find out about the iPads is you need to go, you got to make it through about the first 5 minutes and on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, whatever your flavor is.
Get it.
Big trust, you know.
South Harmon Spotlight, Shade Manila. Shout out to my guy. By the way, shout out to our sponsors. Manscaped. Had my dome shaver came yesterday.
Did you shave it? Did you clean her up?
This weekend I will.
Okay. All right.
I'll go full bald. We'll give her a whirl. But my crop preserver, little ball deodorant. Oh, it was hot today too and sticky. The boys.
I need.
The boys were fine. The boys
Mike,
are immaculate.
You know how hot it is? I've been out here on a plane and a subway all day. I'm happy for you. I am. But it's just, too soon. Like, I'm out here we're raw. We're raw.
And I got a beard conditioner.
Oh,
leaving.
my God.
Fresh out the shower.
What is becoming of Mike as we continue to grow? This is so soft. The evolution of Mike is nuts.
It's so soft. It just fits right between the.
Did you like that? That was a pretty sweet little play with Manscaped, I thought.
It was. Use promo code SHFF20, 20% off and free shipping. Links are down in the description. Adam, I'll let you know how the dome shaver goes. I'm going to snap some pics. I'm on Instagram now. I'm feeling sexy.
I'm going to try to fight. I don't know if I'm going to call it the good fight. It's not the good fight. But I'm going to keep fighting the fight, for a little bit, the Nile fight. But I'm going to eventually have to come to the dark side,
Hey, crop preserver, baby. Crop preserver, you need that too. Trust me. Trust me. I'm
going to have to get with Brio. Make this happen.
Just a little dab right there in the morning, Give the boys some love. Give those inner thighs some love.
Somebody's got to do it. It's gonna have to be
just
me.
A little bit of the gooch,
Oh God, are we?
And you are.
We're going with the gooch.
Okay.
All right.
All day.
Travis Hunter to the Chargers for the record. I'm not really sure why.
To play wide receiver or corner.
Yes.
Yes. I think he could play wide receiver in the NFL. Honestly,
here's what I'll ask: like whether he's capable or not isn't really the question, but do you think
I think he can be an all-pro NFL wide receiver. How about that? Is that putting my nuts on the table?
No. Well, one thing I've rarely doubted you is putting your nuts on the table. Okay, I've seen them on the table before, but what I'm asking is not that I think he's capable, but there's no chance an NFL team was letting him go both ways, right?
Gadget maybe.
Well, okay, sure. In spots, that's different, right?
They ain't let him go both ways like he does at Colorado now.
Like the old Chris Gamble type shit,
Ohio State Chris Gamble, yeah. I mean, the last guy I saw play both ways legitimately.
NFL?
Yeah, and not just one or two plays on offense here or there was Devin Hester because he was playing at corner, and then he was playing on offense there for a little bit. I'm not talking every snap, but he was probably playing 20% on offense and 30-40% on defense and returning kicks and punts.
Travis Hunter had to play for Prime too, right? Because Prime, right, was somebody that would play both ways, in the right moments, but he wasn't full time that way.
See, this is Robert Holland. He is on a heater today. I'm glad you're back, Robert. I'm glad to see you here. But he can be a real solid NFL wide receiver, and I think he might actually be leaning that way, Adam. We're not watching cornerbacks getting paid $35
Listen,
million.
man, we don't want the money looking funny, man. Period. And here's the thing, right? One of the biggest differences, I don't give a fuck what people say. You can get offended. You could be mad. You be whatever you want to be, okay? I let people be what they want to be. And if I make them mad, that's on you. The fucking corners can't catch, buddy. Majority of corners got fucking hands of steel, okay? Travis Hunter can catch the ball. Go ahead and play wide out, man,
Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Plus, if you're a corner, man, you got to do this thing called, come up and tackle. And, who the fuck wants to do that? I mean, you got to be built like a psychopath. Tackling sucks. Defense is for
tackling.
weirdo.
Okay, tackling in today's NFL is absolutely horrible. What do you do?
Where do you hit?
You have to hit a specific window.
You can
On
find for
bang
everything.
bang plays like you, and then you all like if you actually hit if you get a really good licking in on somebody, right? There's a very good chance that yellow flag's coming out, and if you do it too crazy, you might find a little, you got a ticket waiting for you a couple of days, you're getting fined. It's crazy.
You gotta go to the principal's office.
Crazy, man.
If I was him, I would.
Don't, you know what? Don't get me started on this. I feel old, but it's crazy. The defense that we watch, I get you want points, but they can't do anything.
I think he'll probably play out the season at Colorado this year, doing the same thing he did last year, playing both ways. And you'll kind of hear some rumblings about it as we go into the pre-draft process. We'll probably get to the combine, and all of a sudden Travis Hunter is working out with the wide receivers in Indy on the field. And all of a sudden it's going to become a thing. It's going to become a real thing. And you'll have these talking heads talking about, well, he's probably better at corner, yada, yada, yada. He should go there. This is a more natural spot. Travis is going to tell him to fuck off. His agent's going to tell him to fuck off. Some NFL team's going to take him really high just to play wide receiver. And there you go. Travis Hunter on the Chargers, catching passes from Justin Herbert in a...
When? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? He makes the decision. He goes play wide receiver, and then they just running that bitch. They just running it and running it and running it.
Yeah.
Harbaugh gets in the way. Oh, my friend, you go from playing from Prime. You got Prime as the coach to Harbaugh. We got a rude awakening coming for.
It's probably going to happen. It's going to happen, right? We're enjoying this time now.
I don't want to hear this.
We're enjoying this time now. Other than Maddie Kiwoom, we're enjoying this time now where the Patriots are ass. After just rubbing our noses in it for how long? Well, what's going to happen is Drake May is going to come out this year and show that he's a really good fucking quarterback, and y'all should have put some respect on his name. And then they're going to draft Travis Hunter next year, and they're going to sign T. Higgins in free agency. And the Patriots are going to be right back to being this fucking juggernaut dynasty for the next couple of years, and we're going to go, fuck. It was fun. It was fun when they sucked. And now they're back.
All right.
And then Maddie's going to be like just shirtless with his meat curtains hanging out.
I can't. I don't know what got into you. This is just what you normally do, so it's actually more me than anything. But I can't. What are you doing? You're taking me down these terrible rabbit holes. Like, let me pretend for a little bit. That's all. You're not wrong. We're all like fuck. We're all like fuck. New England's good again? No. Mike,
No.
please. No.
No.
Go. You need to get to Steve Carell on that. No.
Please, God, no.
Yeah, exactly. You on it. I knew you'd get there. Yep.
I got you, buddy.
IDP cheat code gonna be sexy Taysom Hill. Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Hey.
Here's what I was gonna ask you, Mike. What are you doing right now on the McNutted teams? Well, I'll tell you this much. Somehow, some way, cut back all these leagues. The restraint I showed this year in startup season, Mike, was.
I was impressed.
I'm not actually going to give myself many pats on the back. That's not what I do. But that was tough. All right. And then somehow, despite all that, I'm drafting redraft like it's fucking just gonna it's gonna make my whole year. I mean, the amount of I gotta draft tomorrow. We're finishing the South Harmon one. I got my buddies on Friday. Mike, how did this happen? I'm in like 7 redraft leagues.
We're done with the South Harmon one now, so you don't have to worry about that one. That's a
Mike, when I got off the plane today. I made my last pick. I literally got tagged as soon as I got off the plane. I'm like, this is – it's over, but it's not over. The league isn't over. We got all these redraft leagues I'm in. So, anyway, what I'm asking is, with all that said, I kind of started to ask you a question and made it about me like I do. What are you doing with some of your teams right now? Like, what's your kind of process when you're looking at your squads and getting ready for the season?
So here's the thing. Now that the dust has settled with roster cutdowns and we're starting to get some of these signings and rosters are getting finalized here, there's still going to be a little bit more movement. But this weekend, while I'm doing all these redraft leagues, which it is what it is.
I'm in a lot.
I'm in too many now.
The one that I'm drafting for tomorrow though, Mike Winter's 5K. So fuck it, man. I got South Harmon's a K. This is 5. I gotta pretend like I gotta lock in. You know.
I got too many seasonal leagues for my liking, but when somebody tells you it's for charity and to do pros with Joes,
of course.
you just say less. So I got that one. I got my home league. My mom hit me up asking if I wanted to get in a league, a family league, a fucking 8-team league with nothing but like, fuck it, whatever, fine. I know, Adam.
Do y'all see this? The fraudulence in the moment of truth. 18. I don't want to hear anything on this show ever again about these 10-team leagues. 8 team. I mean, listen, I get it. If my mom has threatened these things, but it never can get enough people to do it. Okay.
Hey, man.
I get it where you're at, but I mean, God bless you. Really
I'm a mama's boy. What mama wants,
dude. If my mom actually got the people together to do it, I would
happen.
end up doing it. But like, yeah, I get I get it, but 8 teams.
Plus, it's a chance to beat up on the Piss King, my little brother, and just shit talk.
All right, so there's the hidden agenda. I knew there's something.
Right.
Gotta be something. Okay. All right. Get it.
I don't give a fuck if I win the league. I just don't want to lose to that sumbitch.
Well, you can't lose that sumbitch. That can't happen.
Well, on a plus note, if I do lose to him, next year when I see him, I'm gonna fucking body him. Like, I definitely can still take him.
Okay. All these things are irrelevant and erroneous because you could beat him, you could lose. You're gonna body him when you see him. That's just what you're gonna do.
True. I'm gonna put him in a headlock.
Off the rip, just no reasons, just cause.
Just cause.
Hey, Christian. Hey, Christian. Hey.
Yeah,
I like this.
That guy. He's still around.
Look at this.
CeeDee GOAT. Now that's how you do it, Fizz.
I mean, Fizz had it literally in our song like that. So.
That's true. Okay. So, anyways, a lot of redrafts going on, but that's what I'm doing with my dynasty team.
I've been waiting for this with the phone, huh? Good.
This weekend, as I'm like getting ready for the season to start, I'll be going through all my rosters. Obviously, you're gonna cut the dudes who aren't on fucking teams. You're gonna cut the dudes on practice squads. Your big fucking swings and the misses.
Yep.
You're gonna evaluate each team. Like, it's gonna be a process. It's not like I just cycle through fucking 60 leagues like that. Like, I'm going through each one. Where am I at? What am I trying to do? There'll probably be some trade offers sent out, this weekend. So it's gonna be pretty hot and heavy. So Saturday, during football, I don't have anything going on. I told nobody it's the fucking Iowa game, but because it's Iowa, it'll probably be boring. I'm kind of probably going to lose interest or be pissed off by like halftime. so while I'm sitting there watching my Iowa Hawkeyes, I'll be on the old cell phone just, what are we doing here? Hammering out my league. So
listen, D-Walk, I've been meaning to talk to you about this whole thumb up your, place. Come on. You got to have something to do.
It's terrible.
I get it, you're a shithead. Leave the thumb out of it, all right?
Leave the thumb out of it. But yeah, too many redraft leagues, Adam, for sure. But
yeah, I'm just in general though. Like this is when I'm typically starting to really tighten up and like try to get ready for the season for my dynasty leagues. And I'm like noticing that I'm like, okay, I'm still in the middle of like 2 drafts right now. So I'm wanting to get that dialed in. That's what I'm working on right now.
I am trying something new this year.
Oh, well, why? You don't fix it.
No. This honestly, I mean, here's an honest moment from me. I'm an honest dude. But this honestly, by this time, this has been the most relaxed / like laissez-faire attitude I've had about my dynasty teams in a forever, where I didn't want the mental stress of being on fucking Twitter every day and grinding and having to put up with horrible horseshit, dog shit fucking takes of people just talking out their ass about.
I thought you loved that type of shit.
So-and-so fucking wide receiver that hasn't done fucking 3 years all of a sudden is going to be a wide receiver 1 in fantasy.
OBJ,
Book it, you heard it here first.
Right.
Fucking just jerk me up. Shut the fuck up. This year I wanted no stress, Adam. So I just didn't give a fuck. So with my dynasty teams, I've just been worried about me. Like Moneybag says, it's me versus me. All right? Like, fuck the rest of y'all. I'm worried about me.
Dude, you remind me of my buddy Steve when he literally at a point started thinking he was Wiz. Like, this is what I'm fearful of you right now.
Let's go, Steve. I am
being,
basically Moneybag at this point.
oh my gosh, this
We're
is
tight.
crazy.
I got him.
It's a daily occurrence that Mike and I talk. Well, it is almost that. But when we do talk every day, there is a legitimate like Moneybag yo. He's becoming him. Now, I get you though. I totally get you on that, and I think I don't know how to really word this best, but like, you got to do what you got to do. I think to make sure that you're keeping it. You got to keep it fun while also obviously staying competitive. And if you're gonna start doing things, whether that's creating content or playing the game that is just going to end up making you not like it, eventually you'll figure out too late, like, damn, why am I doing this? Like, you got to correct that stuff. So you've been just growing more and more leagues too. So I think the other thing is, I'm not saying you're not capable of doing it. Like, anyone is, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot more cleanup. And as you continue to grow up leagues too, you're just constantly going through more, right?
We'll report back at the end of the year to see if this whole offseason grind of Dynasty that everybody like wants to put themselves through, which just I don't think is very fucking healthy, is actually worth it. I will say there is something.
It probably depends on how much you're putting into what, like, and what level of fun it is for you. I do think there is some push and pull though. I agree.
Exactly. I mean, some people are grinders, and that's what they love to do. They love to churn the bottom of NFL rosters and find the bottom. I mean, Eric is one of the goats at doing this. Scott Connor's one of the goats.
And Eric loves it. Eric literally, while everyone's fucking around yesterday on Savage Semester, is like laughing, but getting in the grind on the side. Like, okay, like, listen, I don't even have to feel like I respect the hustle. Like, that's just. You're doing what you love. That's part of the fun of this whole thing.
I'm trying to prove a point to myself that all of that, like, you absolutely can. That can be your edge. But maybe you can play in dynasty leagues and have fucking fun. And there's enough edges out there, just in general, even in shit leagues, with WoRP, process plays, everything you and I talk about on the fucking trade show, everything we talk about on this fucking show, for Christ's sakes. That is enough to still go out and kick your fucking league mates right in the dick.
Yeah. So
or vaginas if you're playing with women.
Yep. I mean,
as long as it's
just leave the iPads out of it, for God's sake.
Just leave the iPads out of it. But you're able to do that and still be successful playing Dynasty, but not have to do the things that you don't enjoy doing. Like, if you don't enjoy grinding Twitter and listening to fucking Timmy from fucking South Florida's take on, how fucking great Samaje Perine going to be with the Dallas Cowboys this year now. Who gives a fuck? Who does?
Rico.
Rico Dotto. Yeah. But I was just tired of the bullshit. So this year I was like, listen, I'm going to do something that makes me have fun at doing this. And I'm going to show that you can still be highly fucking competitive. You just need to focus your energy at the right time and on the right things.
Well, so
we'll see how it goes. I could fail miserably. It could be a fucking horrible year for me.
Well, here's what
I'm prepared to find out.
Here's what I'll say though. Okay, so I did a video today. When I say that, I'm actually being sincere. Like, it is, Mike. Somehow I'm gonna record right after Savage Semester, which went way longer than we thought. We're literally just in there chatting. I'm like, well, we have outlasted anyone that really cared about like staying here. It's just us streaming for nobody, but it was fine.
No audience.
No live
audience
people.
Was watching live.
Some people tapped in the next morning. Shout out to Mr. Voorhees, by the way. I hope you know it's all love, but I'm gonna keep calling you Crystal every now and again. He watched it back, all that shit, right?
Beat your ass.
That's good. Mike. You know how much I relish that challenge for anyone, but no, actually, it's all love. Anyway, what I was saying though is that like on that, right? So Mike, we're doing Savage Semester. You got off. You do your convenient. Like, I have to pee. That's why I'm leaving you. But I really want to go. Okay. Like, then I get on the phone with Fizzle. It's 3 a.m. and I haven't started. I start making my video for what you'll see, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, but. I'm kind of excited for some of the content I want to start doing here a little bit on South Harmon for the year, where it's going to be like POV style. I've been thinking about how I want to do this for months, but like getting more reps on an individual basis to where I can kind of do it having fun and making it like entertaining as possible while also walking through it, kind of getting that formulated. So like the first one I went to, most people are gonna be like, oh, you're just flexing. So I started with the shit league. I'm gonna go and kind of go into the teams I have, and then we talk about a lot of different processes, right? Quarterback hoarding, we talk about, you know, pick hoarding, all this stuff. And I think a lot of times it's like you look at a canvas, but you're just looking at like certain strokes in a certain spot, right? You don't get to see the whole like 3-year, 4-year process and how we're doing it. And what's so funny though, you're saying this, I knew there was a lot of bad trades I made and shit across those like years. I remember vividly the same year trading picks, which I had leveraged almost the whole class, trading picks for Trey Lance and Cam Akers. But I go back and I'm literally like reliving it. There was obviously some things that I did that helped the team get as good as it did. But Mike, you know how many trades that I literally, when you read them back, you're like, what the? You learn so much. Like, what the fuck was I doing here? Like, obviously you because you had other processes that were right, you can make up for it. But I guess the point that I was, in general, I think there's going to be a lot of things that I can point out, like I would do on a team review on my team. Like, this is some stuff I need to clean up. This is some stuff that I learned to keep my team sharp, but also make it really good, actionable, like information. Like, you know, a lot of times people talk generically, or they say, you know, I would do this trade, I would do that trade. But I think the bigger picture is what I want to try to start getting to the audience. So that's gonna be something. I'm not making it like a series every week. That's what I'm doing. But there's gonna be a little bit of that in there. And I think you'd be surprised to see when you look at that team to start, Mike. You've seen it. The team's ridiculous. You're like, how the hell did you get this? And then you go through and see, while there were some good trades, like how the hell did you trade those fucking 5-7 terrible trades, and you still end up with that product? Like, to your point, you can grind all the edges, you can do all that stuff, but you don't have to be perfect to get a great team. Honestly, that's one of the best things about it. You just need to win. Like we talk about 60%.
I'm with you, man. Like I think there's enough good edges out there. You know, WoRP, etc. That's a fantastic one for sure. Mm-hmm. But there's, you know, a lot of the strategy shit that you and I talk about on this show. But I'm always amazed at him. You know, I sent that post out about me quarterback hoarding in that the shit Expo League that we started up while we were in Canton. You know,
so how bad is your quarterback room? How many guys made it versus didn't make it right now today? I'm genuinely curious about this, because had I not traded those quarterbacks, Mike, had I just got stuck with all of them, dude, we are in shambles, buddy.
Oh, you want to know like the OG Expo League, the first one?
Yeah. I'm just genuinely curious. I think in general, you're gonna have some probably just.
I think I did trade away one quarterback here this offseason. I think I traded away Herbert away to Jones, by the way. Well, let's see. Rich,
Matt.
Deshaun
So I literally
Watson.
talked about this real quick. I was just gonna say this. Go ahead, Mike, in a second. But I talked about this in the episode. Like, one of the things when I punted on that team so bad that, Mike, it was really hard for me, the human element of like just staying out and not making trades throughout the year because I punted so bad. So I'm with you, Matt. Go ahead.
So the current quarterback room, and mind you, I haven't like gone through and cleaned this fucking thing up or anything yet.
Sure, yeah.
And I think I've traded one quarterback in 3 fucking years now. This is year 3 of the league, right? Yeah, year 3. Year 3 of the league. Rich, Deshaun Watson, Jaden Daniels.
Okay. So you Mike, for the record, you're not just quarterback hoarding. You're continuing to pile in, lean in. That's awesome. I love hearing this.
Mac Jones. Nope.
Yeah, he would have been a guy. I traded him, but he would have been a guy I would have lost on.
Desmond Ridder. Dead.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Derek Carr.
I thought about drafting him in the 20th round in our last round of Savage League, and I'm like, nah.
Derek Carr's still kicking, I guess.
Yeah.
Will Levis.
Levis is cool. Well, yeah, Derek Carr's our quarterback 1 in the redraft, you know.
Tannehill and Zach Wilson.
Yeah, see, that's same type of beat for me. I think in general, like, you just look at the turnover at quarterback. This could just be more recently, right? Some of those guys have kind of fucking blown, but
then people are like, "Wow, I bet the rest of the roster still shit." But it's like,
nah.
I've been okay, man. Bijan's on this team. Ray Davis, Marshawn Lloyd, Tyrone Tracy, Zay Flowers, JSN, Josh Downs, Xavier Legette, Marvin Harrison, Ladd McConkey, Sam Laporta, Jake Ferguson. Yeah, there's some other dudes on here, like, just floating around now. That's a quarterback horde that failed, man. And people are like, "My fucking strategy is terrible." Anyways, my original point was I put that tweet out about the new one that I did, the new Expo League that we did with all the people from the shit house, and how I quarterback hoarded. And I'm always amazed at the fucking casuals that get in my mentions. You know, oh, he's right. You'll never win quarterback hoarding. You must play with rubes. I'm like, buddy, you know I play in like 60 fucking leagues, dude. I guarantee you play in like 2 home leagues, and you think you're a fucking expert, and you're on Twitter, so it's anonymous. Like, good for you. Shut the fuck up. As Adam's getting text messages here.
Nah, I was
probably
updating
that guy.
I was updating the stream deck, and it decided to make a fucking loud noise. Thanks. I was trying to be undercover. You did great.
He's trying to be undercover. But yeah, that's the kind of thing. I'm always amazed at the casuals in the fucking mentions that have no fucking idea about strategy whatsoever. It happens. So we talk every single year. And
that's common, right?
If we do a podcast with, like, say, the Dynasty Trades in 5 Guys, or we do something with Alan Seslowski, or we do something with Debro, right? We always talk every single year. It feels like we have this good body talk about how, man, the space is just getting so much sharper. The space within a community, right? Within the diehard Dynasty community is definitely sharper. It's sharper than it's ever fucking been. You get in a shit league, it's harder than ever to, like, win one of those. You get in a league with Debro and Alan Seslowski, and, like, you get in an industry league with some of these guys. Is it hard to win with, like, diehard Dynasty dudes? Fucking right it is. Fucking right it is. I get in a league with people who watch this show or tap into our stuff. It's hard to win those leagues. But you know what I do have? I got, like, 15 leagues with a bunch of fucking window lickers. That is easy as fuck to do whatever I want to. If I go join some random league right fucking now, I guarantee every strategy that I've ever used in my entire fucking life is going to work. Well, the community as a whole is still stuck in this player takes, player analysis
That's
mode.
never going to go away completely. It's never going to.
They have no cares in the world. They have no wants.
See, I would argue, though, while I agree with what you just said, I would argue, though, that, like, I was talking about this in the video I did, and I think this is one of the biggest things. We talk about it a lot in the startup, being flexible, right, to kind of adapt to what's going on. Mike, we play so much. We put so much content in, and it's based around actually playing, right? And I think, in general, we've played now so many fucking leagues. Whether we screwed it up or not has been actually a benefit a lot of times for me. Learning, and I would just argue that we're now to the point of flexibility. Like, we're gonna find what the fuck they're not doing. Their strategy is gonna be probably basic enough and vanilla enough that you can kind of see it a mile away. We've seen this song and dance, and you have 2 to 3 counters that you can have teed up that are going to allow you to pivot into value. And over time, once you get enough value on your team, you know, it's like basically Mike eating spinach and he's Popeye. Like, eventually, you're gonna get fucked. So. That's what happens. I'll tell you one thing for sure. I in general, like, I know people probably don't believe this. Like last year, I found out for sure, like, leaning into content creation, I actually put that ahead of my leagues. Now, I need to do a better job of, like, not being unbalanced about that. But I will say, like, I wish I had, like, 3 to 5 more leagues where I'm playing with a bunch of fuckos that I don't feel bad about trying to rake them over in a trade all the time, and I can, like, kind of have some bad habits, you know, just like, all right, this is my rec league type thing. I'm gonna go ham in this league just to do some crazy shit, you know.
It feels good.
I need to get a couple fuck around leagues, I think, but I had to cut back leagues this year.
I for anybody who taps in to this fucking show or who pays attention to what's going on here, I implore you.
Speaking of which, we got questions.
Go on to Sleeper. Go on to Sleeper. Go scroll all the way to the bottom and go to that fantasy football leagues. And just go to the looking for paid Dynasty League fucking little chat they got there. And just throw yourself out there, man. You will have so much fucking fun. Listen, first off, playing for that league only to last like 1 year, 2 years fucking tops. Like, some of them I get surprised. Like, some of these motherfuckers I've been in for like 4 or 5 years at this point, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it can happen. But some of them fold right away. Somebody gets butthurt or whatever. But, like, go out and get a couple. You know, get a couple of those fuck around leagues. You know, you're a pro. Trust me, you are light years ahead. just by tapping into this fucking show. Not that we're like super experts, but you have enough wherewithal. You know what the terminology is. You have a basic outline of like strategy. You know what the fuck you're doing. Take that confidence in there. You know, but the big dick in the locker room, and just here we go.
But I also think though
I'm gonna quarterback hoard this league.
Watch. Right, but I also think though there's a level of like when you play in just like the Savage tier or just the South Harmon leagues, you get a lot of people that are very into it and a lot of like-minded thinking, right? So you're kind of really, you know, when you talk about like if you're playing the NCAA game, right? You got the freshman level and you're on the whatever the hell you want to call that, Savage, Heisman, like the tactics and the strategies are not just like at a high level, but they're people are trying to figure out how to navigate against everyone trying to do the same thing. So I think you'll be shocked if you just put in a regular ass league like, oh, okay, like
I love that analogy, Adam, because in that game, right, like if you're playing on Heisman, you're playing on All-American or whatever, you're playing like
you're gonna get frustrated as shit.
But you're going to the line of scrimmage on offense. You're IDing the mic. You're sliding your protection.
You got to be so routes. Over the top
right.
about it.
You're trying to
annoying.
Read the coverage,
yes.
right? Like you're doing all this shit, and you're like, "Holy fuck!" Like
your mind is going crazy.
All I'm trying to do is gain at least 5 yards on first down.
I just need to not take a loss here, right? Yeah.
You go to some of these random leagues, you put that bitch on freshman. You go to the line, and the only thing you call
there's no one tackling you. You're ready. You're ready for 3 guys to hit you just by yourself, you know.
You just go out there. You just call 4 verts. You're like,
you know what?
I'm gonna
throw this up, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna even mess around with the triggers. Normally this will get me picked, but I'm gonna throw it up there, lob it up.
Who gives a fuck?
Let my guy go get it, you know.
Just let it hang out. Yeah, that's what it is, man.
But I agree with this.
Leagues is like freshmen.
For me, I think I'm overly intentional about this, making sure that I'm learning. Not trying to force something, but like if I almost promise you may not just think about it enough. But if you really go through and think about like how your leagues went, there's a lot of times I think in general you don't necessarily think out. Like you don't say in content when we first started, we might have stuff up here that we thought we were saying is really good and it just didn't come out right. You gotta be intentional about like what did you actually take away and what are those takeaways, because there's a lot of stuff I think that you find and you can unpack and learn throughout the course of the year. But all right, let's get some questions that we got here. So, well, we already know Poyle's here. I missed half the show. Is it me? Well, we went early, and that is very unlike Adam for sure. South Harmon AMA, but listen, I'm fighting for my fucking life. You know, I told Mike, I'm like, look, man, can you do it? Can you give me an hour? I'm out here just fumes.
I got you, bro.
I'm fumes, but we're good. Hardest thing to do is not trade. That's your weakness. Okay, 12-team, 10-man starters. Mike, Superflex. This is not an 8-man league. 6-point passing touchdown. Mahomes or T-Law in 2 first? Go ahead.
Mahomes is a cheat code in 6-point passing touchdowns, which makes this actually tougher than what it should be.
Right.
Like it does. Me.
Lineup, I'm taking Mahomes.
I get it. I think I'm still going to default to my OG days, man. I'm going to take T-Law in the 2 first, and I'm going to tear down off of it. If it was just T-Law and a first, I tell this dude to fuck off. It's T-Law and a first and a second, I tell him to fuck off.
2 first, you're doing it?
2 first, I'm doing it. And I'm going to bank those 2 first ain't both going to be late.
This is the thing. I am all. This is a trade. And I know people don't like this, and I kind of don't. I'm kind of done defending myself on this shit. You're gonna have to fucking deal with it if you want your questions answered by me. A lot of trades are going to be literally context league driven. This is one that the context of the league is gonna change my answer. And fuck you if you want to direct one, because that's not how I play. Like in a lineup start 9 league, Mike, in a 6-point passing touchdown, I'm telling someone to kick rocks. I'm throwing rocks at them. Get the fuck out of here. No, because if those are in this class that everyone thinks is booty cheeks, which I don't actually care about that. I'll take 22 picks. I took all of them 22 picks, right? But like, not for Mahomes. I'm not letting you get just T-Law. I'm not doing that. I get what you're saying though. Like for example, if I'm in a lineup start, I'd say 11 or 12. All of a sudden, I'm like, man, I'm thinking pretty damn hard. Like, I don't even know if I can say no. You know, I get the best ball and like, fuck you. Yeah, we're in.
Well, easy in best ball. That's no fucking question.
But I feel like that's the way my brain thinks. Tell you the truth. That's just me being open about it. So that's my
understandable.
Answers.
Understandable. I'm just banking on T-Law being 80% of Patrick Mahomes, and then I get 2 first.
I'm curious to see this year how it goes. He's hopefully being healthy. He's had more rapport with Peterson, and now we get Ridley.
He's got that Brian Thomas Jr. baby. Are you ready? Look at the hype on this motherfucker.
You know what's weird, Mike? Is like sometimes I don't know when I can celebrate or like when I'm supposed to be happy because like I've been kind of like I feel like Brian Thomas Jr. has been a little slept on. Now, like if I celebrate it, it's like Adam just there's just no way to win. There's no way to win.
You know where I'm at? Just sidetrack on Brian Thomas Jr. just real quick. Adam.
Tell me. Okay.
Exactly where I'm at on Brian Thomas Jr. right now feels like exactly where I was at on Sam Laporta. I spend all this time fighting motherfuckers. just like, y'all need to be in on Brian Thomas. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Why do you hate him?
I gotta listen to all the bullshit draft takes on fucking Twitter and all these fucking people just talking out their fucking ass. And all of a sudden, we get here to the preseason and training camp, and every report is about how fucking awesome Brian Thomas Jr. is. And all of a sudden I look up and Brian Thomas is like knocking on the door of like mid-wide receiver 2 territory.
Well, I mean,
way above like dudes he shouldn't be above. And I'm like,
about this.
I didn't even get to enjoy the victory lap of being right about Brian Thomas Jr. You guys have already put him in the holy fuck, I need to sell him.
What I don't get though, like to your point, you talk about like the community's getting sharper. I actually do believe they still are. Now, to the point you were making is like, people are going to be people, and there's inherently going to be people saying some crazy dumb shit, especially in conjecture season when no one's playing. Okay, including me, including all of us.
People are going to be people.
Mike, that. But you know what? That reminds me. Koopa told me I need to get this on a shirt. You don't know shit, and put the shitheads on there. But to that point, right? Like, I don't understand. What I don't understand on some of the stuff is like the direct correlation, like the correlation of. So you're telling me you're shocked that a size speed freak like him is going to take off in dynasty value? Like, what the fuck have you been doing with your life? You don't think that's in the like what? It doesn't take that much for a guy that looks like him and moves like him to go to the moon. Like, nothing has to happen. Actually, literally nothing. It's just conjecture. So. That's the part I don't understand. How do people not gravitate to that yet? Like, it's a simple concept. It's tying your shoes.
They did it with Jonathan Taylor and Clyde Edwards-Helaire way back in the day.
But see, I thought we learned. Mike. Maybe I don't know.
They don't know shit.
Fuck me. All right, don't make me.
They'll do this shit with like Audric Estime and fucking Jonathan Brooks. Right.
Oh, hold on.
Estime comes out the first
Fantasy
couple
God,
weeks.
I'm gonna get you, but I don't know. I can't believe I passed Robert Holland's comment. Sorry, Robert Holland. I won't do that to you because you're here with us today. We're glad you're here. 10 team, Mike. You ready? Come on.
God damn it.
1.75 tight end premium. It's not 8. It's not 12. He's 10. He's not in. 6-point passing touchdown. Lamar, Kyler, A-Rich, Bijan, Gibbs, K9. I like that.
K9.
What's your K9 or KW3? Like, what do you?
I prefer K9. I
Okay.
do. I prefer K9. Yeah. I like K9 better than KW3. But to each their own. There was a big fight.
There was a hullabaloo. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's a hubbub.
We raised some blood pressures entirely too high.
People got in their
Chase,
feels.
Marv. Mike, hold up. CD, Chase, Marv, Garrett Wilson, neighbors. Like,
This is a goon squad.
you ain't Robert. Come on, man. This is why we just talked about going to do home leagues and shit. But this is why you graduate from 10 teams, because at a certain point, freshmen ain't fun anymore. Like, this is just that is fucking crazy, fam.
Robert Holland out here just flexing.
I don't even like the fact that there's still receivers after
Talk your
Olave,
shit,
JSN, JMO. JMO, you should have left JMO off for yourself.
Talk your
Now
shit,
I have to.
What should I do? How can I make this team better? Like,
Can I win?
220
225 first, not mine. Oh, of course. And you got probably some shitters teams fucking first, too. What kind of moves would you make, or should I sit still? Robert, I mean, listen, I would give you advice. I promise you. But I also, like, this kid's, you're lapping everybody. What do you want me to tell you? Run harder? Like, I got nothing, buddy. This is a great team. This is a goon squad, buddy.
Slow down so the league doesn't fold.
I'll tell you, Mike, I want that to be something that happens, and I'm kind of feeling like it's not actually going to happen. I don't know that truly can. I do want to test it one time and be like, yeah, we're gonna see if they want to fold. These motherfuckers want to fold, but I feel like eventually the crazy part is eventually somehow variance gets back and like it fucks shit up, you know.
The only thing I'd be doing, I mean, it's 10 team, but
what would you be doing? There's just
maybe if I could upgrade like a Kyler or an A-Rich to an Allen or a Hurts, you know.
I mean, we're just getting cute here. I mean, this is just
exactly. Like, can I upgrade a Marv to a?
See, actually, that goes to the point Matt was saying though. Sometimes you get in a situation like this where your team is so good, or
there's nothing you can do.
Well, yeah, I've been in that scenario. I've also been when I was rebuilding and shit like that year. I literally wasn't trying to not be active. I stripped every piece of value literally off that team. Remember, it was like a challenge. I got rid of everything that the Dynasty GM tool had as value. So I had nothing to trade for a whole year, and you can't just like sit there and not want to make moves. So
can I take a Kenneth Walker, put 2 firsts on him, and get Breece Hall or CMC?
I mean, yeah, like you could, but that's the thing here, Robert. This is one of those. Part of the reason Mike and I gravitated away from these leagues in general is like it just becomes like when you watch if you were to sit there and watch, you would be burning your eyes out if you had to watch someone play versus the computer on freshmen, because it's just bad. Like that's what happens in these 10 teams. Everybody has to do the same thing. Everyone's tearing up. It's just dumb.
Funny thing about that, you know, I stream the game every now and then. For those of you who just watching, I try to once a week. So maybe maybe Saturday night. I'll watch some college football.
This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. The variance that just fucks shit up. Like that's just okay. Yep. Go ahead.
You do what you can, and then the variance kicks you in the teeth. It happens, but. Yep. You got a goon squad, so we're done talking about you.
T's and P's.
Your flex, but I stream college football, right? Like I stream me playing it, and Big Corey was the guy who was like talking the most shit, because when I was first playing, I was playing on varsity. Like All American's a different fucking beast. You throw a pick every 4 passes. You know
Mike,
what I mean?
my first game, I'm an All American. I'm trying to come back from behind, and it just got worse. It got louder.
It gets terrible, right? So I was playing varsity, like feeling it out. Big Corey's the dude like talking shit, right? So when we started this new online dynasty, we put it in All American, and then he kept accusing me of ducking his ass. And then of course last night on Samaj, while I'm on there, I'm doing a fucking show, Adam, and playing the game. I'm multitasking.
You were playing the game. I told everybody just let him be. When he's done, I said go ahead and get your shine, because when he's done, you're gonna be. It's over. He's taking it back. So just get your shine now.
And Chris Womble knows. Like I stepped up to All American. I played fucking Ohio State last week on stream live in front of the host.
How'd that go?
I got my fucking ass handed to me. It was terrible.
We call that a cheeky game, you know.
But I just love the fact that it was Big Corey who was talking shit, and he's the one who takes that fucking.
You know, it was actually kind of frustrating when you're telling me it's like the final drive, and I'm like, damn, we can't get this. I can't watch this shit.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, well, you're sorry. Like, all that to say, who was he playing with? Was what I was curious.
North Texas.
North Texas. All right.
North Texas. Yeah, I think they were a 79 overall. Central Michigan was a 75.
Mean Green, right?
Mean Green? The Mean Green?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe if he ran more than like 3 different offensive plays. Now, to his credit, I couldn't fucking stop him. And he was like Brock Purdy out there and Bo Nix-esque. Check down fucking King.
The one thing that is that you talked about this, like with you're going on the line of scrimmage, you start, making your adjustments to really get everything lined up how you want.
Yeah.
The one thing that is frustrating about like when you get to the higher ends is like the computer. If you're playing the computer though, that shit is like the learning ability. They're not going to keep letting you get away with the same thing. But when you're playing a human, it like there's just certain things like what's coming, and it's annoying. Like whether you stop it or not, it's just I know exactly what he's gonna run, and it's like that Cam Newton New England play. Like everybody knows what's gonna fucking happen. And whether he scores or not, who gives a shit? We all know where the guy's going every single time.
1000%, man. D-Walk with the super chat. Look at this fucking guy.
D-Walk. Listen, man, we got to get the. I upgraded. Let's see if it works. I upgraded the phone thing. It was working before.
Did you get it?
Well, I did, but now I'm a little behind. But we're good. Except for now. See, look at this. No cash.
No cash.
Oh, and it's late. Now it's
delayed.
late. No,
It's delayed cash.
it's all ruined. Okay, wait. We get a chance to redeem ourselves. Hold on. This is important now. All right. This is everything.
Hold on,
Last
though.
action hero. I'm just gonna I'm gonna just do the cash again. I'm not
You
changing
can gear it up?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. But D-Walk, Sunday morning casts are coming back. It's new and improved this year, right? Maddie's starting off with the game plan early.
We're opening the thing
Sunday
up,
morning,
man. We're opening the thing up.
Right? We'll have the Discord live, for the people. Eric will be doing Start Sit in the Discord with the people. And then Start Sit show. Eric, Fizzle, Maddie. Like, these dudes are going to be hard fucking at it Sunday morning. Sunday evening, though. You know the place to be. Sunday recap, Adam. Back again for another season.
You want to hear Mike and I bitch and moan
Please don't
or
do any
go excited?
crazy shit on Halloween.
Oh, Mike. Halloween, I mean, listen. That was last year, buddy. You think I'm going to let you wait till Halloween?
I love it, man.
No, it's going to be fun. Recap's going to be awesome. I think
I know I'm getting in shape. I'm slimming down, but the old ticker, it don't get any younger, man. I can't take it.
what you mean?
Well, I'm slimming down,
Oh, that's good. Well, what do you mean the old ticker? Like
The old ticker,
Oh, you're talking about the I got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
the old ticker. Just can't take it.
the
Just can't
real
take
ticker.
all that scary shit.
I just
I
when
don't
you
need
when you said
fucking
that
Saw talking to me.
I immediately looked down because last time you were talking about ticker, it was when you actually put the ticker on in the stream we ran on the bottom of the screen. I'm like, what?
You like
Okay,
that? That
I
was
gotcha.
good.
That was good. I thought you were actually trying to put something on the screen or something. I'm confused. No, your ticker's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to it. I'll break it.
Appreciate you.
I'll break it a couple times during the year, but I ain't gonna let nothing happen to it.
I appreciate you.
Last action hero. Okay. Last action hero, Mike.
There we go. 14 team. Thank God.
You know what's crazy though? I actually kind of really enjoy it. Like when I'm doing some of the solo streams, it's like you could get queued up an 8-team question and then go straight into a 14-team. And I don't think people realize like the mental gymnastics that takes us to get like in and out of those.
Hard.
You know?
It's hard.
14 team. Mike and I are crazy, right? We won't even try to fight you. We'll just come out and say it like how it is. But 14 team already starts to get like, it's fun if you have them. It's fun if you have the QBs, and it's not if you don't. It's just that's kind of how the 14 teams go. Y'all playing a lot of 14 teams or the 16 teams. Y'all are the real crazies.
The real goats.
Now in start 11 too, so it's the Dynasty Corum, Benson, P. Ryan at running back. Holy hell. That's your running backs? I mean, luckily they're making Kyron return kicks, so you got something.
His wide receivers are good though.
No, for sure. But I mean, I've had some situations like this, but normally you get maybe a little more. That's fine though. Nico, Marv, T, Zay, JSN, JMO, Bateman. Minus Mims. That was minus. Mims, Dortch.
It's the same thing.
Minus Dortch, and you would be saying the same thing. I was offered Javante for JMO. I mean, listen, I would say this. I'm moving JMO. But
See ya.
So I'm probably taking this trade, but man.
Yeah, I'm easily taking this trade.
No, I'm taking it. I'm just saying it feels so bad. Like I feel like I'm disowning Javante in a way. Like I'm just not quite anywhere near where I used to be.
He just got it off a rebuild, he said. But no, I'm gonna pull it.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I screenshotted this. Where the fuck was this? Okay.
Screenshotted what?
There it is. From Ryan to catch 4559. I'm hammering y'all clowns on JMO takes all year. Bad move doubling doubting. Sorry, I'm drunk. Doubting a rising star. So I hate to tell you, Ryan, fuck you and your JMO. All right, Javante Williams, baby.
You know what's funny?
Take the trade.
I was here in this exact same chair when we really crushed J-Mo last time. We had Thomas. We had the tipple on. And remember, we went in on J-Mo for a good 20 minutes. That was crazy.
He is a fucking fantastic IDP player. If you get, special teams tackles for gunners.
You just have to go Mike on everything. It's just so amazing. Like, he has to, whether the guy's down or not, whether the guy's here or not, I'm going to lean into this so bad. Like, I'm going straight stake through the heart.
I'm a gambling man, so I'm going to bet
you don't
Jameson
say.
Williams doesn't ever do fuck.
Is he done betting?
I don't know. He might not be.
Hammered. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, I mean,
Hammered. Good job, buddy.
I'm worried about more so Peyton, really, than anything. But, like,
Yes.
I'm not.
In his shenanigans. But
I'm just not. Mike and I have been off of J-Mo. We were really. This is crazy because it's so long ago. It was like when no one knew we were making content. I don't even say we were making content. We just did shit for fun. We were doing those mock drafts for that class, and we just started doing video work. And we, at that point, were so in on J-Mo until the injury, and then it was like, all right, we got to kind of. It sucks, but we got to start pushing the other way, and we ain't left yet, man. We just keep saying he's overvalued. Would you offer London and a first for AJB? I mean, settings are important here for sure. If I'm going to even consider it.
12 team half PPR start 10.
Okay. Like, this is right. This is right at the.
No.
I'm not personally like I'm okay. Let me put it like this. I'm definitely a little concerned that Drake London's production, while it should go up, may not actually get to the difference making tier, I guess is what I would say. That being said, though, his dynasty value feels like way too much to just add a first to go to AJ Brown. I mean, I get it, but the bet here's the problem with this in general, even in like a league like that. If you get too many of these type of deals where, like, see, everything has to go right on the AJ Brown side now, right? You keep doubling down here, and you're kind of like, you're really rigid on all these bets that they have to hit. It's almost like it's not really, but it's closer to like a parlay where you got, the more you keep doing that, they all got to kind of fall in line. You have two of those things go wrong. Like AJ Brown gets hurt, whatever. Fuck, man, you don't have your first. London's gone. Like, a lot of your outs are gone.
It doesn't even, I mean, that's bad. That's
if he gets
hurt, really bad.
Right.
No, there's also the scenario where Drake London comes out with Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix or
back on wide receiver 1 or whatever, right?
Just whatever. But he comes out early in the season, and you're like, holy shit, man. Drizzy's out here averaging,
this is what we've been waiting
18
for
points
Drizzy.
per game. Like, the fuck with this, what we've been, and all of a sudden he's already in the same tier, and he gave up a first, right? Like, that's also a scenario that you just don't want. I would say, though, if it wasn't AJ Brown, and no, I'm a fucking Eagles fan, even though I'm wearing this fucking thing today.
Yeah, I would do that to go up to CeeDee for sure.
I'd go to CeeDee. I'd go to.
Would you
Jefferson.
go to Tyreek?
I'd go to Chase. I'd go to Amon-Ra. I would go to Chase.
Would you go to Tyreek?
If I was a really, really good contender.
So see, I think that's the thing about AJ Brown. I think that's interesting though, right? I'm with you, but like you're getting a lot more rigid because you're taking on more age. But it feels like Tyreek has that just goon hammer in him. I think some people think that AJ Brown in that stretch he had last year, 6 weeks in a row, like some people probably still think he has that him in him. So I think that's where this question is different. But yeah, like okay, yes, if it's Jefferson. If it's Jefferson, like,
go.
But that's a massive difference, right? And I think the reasons are the dynasty. Okay, this is what it is. This whole question really speaks to value insulation. If AJ Brown gets hurt or has a disappointing year like you saw all offseason, his value is going to tread down in a hurry. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, I think we've seen it for all of them, Chase and Jefferson in particular. Like the buy window, there's not even a buy window. People literally don't hardly give you any discount at all. So the value insulation is massively different with these guys.
Yeah. Yep. And that's where I'm at with it. I'd rather get into that elite tier than the AJ Brown tier because Drake London and that AJ Brown tier are not that far off, and there's a scenario where they're actually dead equal without any type of injury.
Hey, Trip, I did a video on this, I think it was last week, just very recently. Like, it was just top of mind, Mike. I was just like, you know what, I got to do it. I open X maybe once a month, once a week or something, whatever it is. I try not to. And of course I open it and I'm just like immediately like I got to do a video about trading. I went to the lab, I went to X. You like, I would say, 2 out of every 3 trades is like you can tell it's a player for pick trade. Like people are just throwing the picks away. It's the season. You got to get rid of them. You don't have to get rid of them just yet. It's going to be okay.
Don't have to. Yep.
You can, but you don't have to force it. Don't force it. You'll tense up.
D-Walk brought up a good one. I mean, there's a world, as much like shit as I give people, where I do buy into Jameson Williams. But it's price dependent, and right now that price ain't.
That world is.
For most
that world is
people,
not. It might be in the solar system, but it's not Earth.
Let me ask you: if you were in a best ball league, 35-man rosters, start 11 best ball.
I'm in some of those. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're in a lot of them, and you are a super contender. Okay. You're a super contender, and somebody's like, "Listen, I'll let you buy J-Mo off my roster for your 2nd round pick." Which you're almost like, dude, this is the 11 or the 12. Locked.
No.
Still no. Okay.
Well, the context there is more important because, like, if I was not quite that strong, like, okay, maybe J-Mo is going to have 3 or 4 weeks where, like, I might need to rely on those a little more. I'd go ahead and take those. For me in that scenario, J-Mo is going to be what he is, and that bet I'm now locked in on when I don't really need to be, I think is the point for me. So I'd rather just keep the draft pick and try to be able to speak to.
Okay.
Even if the upside isn't there, I can trade that later to a lot more people, I think.
You got an elite quarterback, an elite super flex option. You got a really good 3rd quarterback. You got a strong 4th, like Derek Carr type in best ball. Your running backs are all set. Your tight end room is just fucking Travis Kelce and Evan Ingram and some other dudes at tight end.
Yeah.
Your wide receivers, you got 5 like legitimate.
I got 5 on it. No,
you got 5 legitimate. wide receivers.
But I'm saying that I'm going. You know what I'm doing? Okay. Every now and again I do this. The trade scenarios are pretty rare that I have the chance to.
And you already have like the Tyler Lockett's and the Brandon Cooks on your fucking team.
Well, what I'm doing, though, Mike, I'm just telling you, I don't care if I have 2 of them. I am going literally to my rankings or to whatever source you do for this. And I'm going to literally, let's say that offer is just in my inbox and I'm thinking about taking it. I'm reluctantly thinking about taking it. Like, damn it, I might have to do this. Mike, I am sending out this 2nd round pick, either one by one or just in unison at all at the same time, to every fucking singular receiver that I would prefer to have. And then maybe if I'm like, I need to do this for my roster construction, I'll take J-Mo. So that's genuinely what I would do.
I was trying to be nice. All right.
I'm not trying to be nice. I'm trying to be real. But you know what's worse about that? Then I'm painful. And you know what the worst part is? Then that's painful to go through. So now I hate J-Mo even more. 3rd, I mean, sure. I guess I don't know. I think. The thing about J-Mo for me is my biggest fear for him is like I still root for the kid that went to Ohio State and the young talented kid. So like I genuinely fear if let's even say that Campbell buys in and he's kind of growing up in a way and he's getting opportunity. What does that matter for fantasy, man? Like right now, realistically, you're talking about Gibbs without injury. You're talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's now ahead of Chase by keep trade cut standards. You have the tight end one that people are willing to trade, firstborns for, and you got Jahmyr Gibbs. So it's a great receiving option. So I struggle to see where even if he wins, you can win. Can I win?
So I had to go to our good friends at Keep Trade Cut and put Jameson Williams in.
See, right? Flowosaurus gets it.
You know the number 1 player that they said equals Jameson Williams in their trade calculator?
Whose?
Keep Trade Cut.
Oh God. This is gonna be terrible. I don't even know if I want to hear this. Keep trade cut.
This is actually
one player values
information. Okay. This is expanding on a super chat from a dope ass dude. Javonte Williams, man. Oh. They say Javonte Williams is 1 for 1. So Last Action Hero, I'm just saying, if you want to expand upon this, also 1, you took the trade already, like a go, but 2, this motherfucker probably uses Keep Trade Cut as a Bible.
There's coincidences, and then there's that, though. Yeah, that's pretty.
Exploit them. Exploit the fuck out of them. Start going through the roster and keep trade cut, and you start looking at rankings that are you're like, ain't no fucking way this dude should be this high.
You know what, Mike?
Send that guy that offer.
Flowosaurus is doing the damn Subway got to him. Now, I'm genuinely just not in on JMO. I'm sorry. I get it. I understand how you feel. I'm telling you how I feel. I don't care. But I will say this comment of like, Adam's just, down on whatever. It reminded me of today. Okay. So I'm in one of the leagues I go back in years ago now, right? Chris Womble's actually in the league with me, right? There's a dude that's, when we started the league, Mike, he was almost non-responsive, I would say. Like, you had to catch him at the perfect time, and even then he might ignore you type deal, right? Like, you're like, I don't even care if you trade with me, but just, I'm like talking to a fucking wall here, pal. Like, I'm just, my offers just sit. Like, what are we doing? So he's actually started to get more active, though, over time. So cool. He hits me up. Yes, yesterday, 2 days ago. They kind of run together now, Mike. They do. But a couple days ago, whatever. Like, this is how much we've progressed. So it's like he hits me up. He was interested in Njoku. Like, it's like civilized conversation, Like, okay, sure, we can handle this. Yeah, Mike, I'm thinking we're gonna get this trade done. Like, basically, he's giving me all the signals of, like, and I'm giving him very reasonable, like, pivot options. We probably put together 6-7 counters. Like, these are different things we could try. At the end, he's sorry, but like, I got work coming in right now. Things real busy. I'll get back to you. And today I see a trade completed in the league. He sends a first to somebody else just here. Like, okay, well. I wasn't actually asking for a first for Njoku, so it didn't, like, kill that trade. But it's just like, why are you people the way that you fucking are? I'm minding my own business. Like, here, let me help you find a way to get Njoku from me and fuck me. Anyway. That was fun. I still don't have a trade for the trade show.
You remember this one?
Which one?
Why?
What? Yeah.
Why?
The Cam Makers. Why? That was unfortunate. He tore a couple Achilles.
He's back though. he's back. Adam, are you
Mike,
everywhere?
He doesn't have to do much to win Comeback Player of the Year. 2 torn Achilles. I mean, you give him a couple yards, couple carries. Shit. He had a couple spin moves in the same one. People are getting crazy on it. I love it.
What do you think? What do you think his odds are?
Not good. I mean, you probably could, if you bet anything, I guarantee you'll still have a huge payout coming. If you just won't win.
Dude, last year I bet on a guy who wasn't supposed to win Comeback Player of the Year, and it worked out okay.
See, I will say, like, in sales, they tell you not to let the guy get off the phone. For me, like, that's obviously not a good. It's never a good indicator. Like, let me think about it.
Dude, it's a sign. It's a sign from the gods.
No, but
look,
what?
I'm telling you, it's a sign from the gods.
What is?
I bet Joe Flacco last year when he was plus 25,000.
Is that what Akers is?
No, he's plus 30,000.
Even better. They're helping you, Mike. They're helping you keep up with inflation. Just remember that.
Inflation. Come on, man. Throw $100 down on your boy Cam Akers for Comeback Player of the Year.
See, look, Matt gets it. I'm gonna take it as a sign of disrespect, but Matt gets it. All right.
3 years. Really.
No,
Thanks,
but like this actually, I get it. You're like, in sales, you get taught, don't let him off the phone, and don't say I'm gonna talk to my wife, whatever. A lot of times, like, if they tell you, if they're hitting you up and then they tell you I'll think about it, like, they typically come back. But my typically comebacks, Mike, are just, I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but I'm not an easy person to trade with anymore. It doesn't matter what I do. It's not going to happen. It's over. I'm over the hill.
I've done a lot of stupid shit with money here these last couple months.
I wouldn't go that far.
Did a lot of stupid shit with money these last couple months. Adam, what I'm gonna do is I think I might put a 100 spot on Cam Akers for Comeback Player of the Year just for you, because when I'm rocking next year 30 bands.
So listen. So
what
you're gonna do for me while I'm watching you do really dumb shit with money is actually light some on fire right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it. Right, fuck it, man. And then I'm gonna play that fucking song. Bands make her dance.
Well, I guess we'll never know. Listen, I mean, Mike, here's the thing. It's a win-win for me. I mean, I get to fire your ass. But if you pull this off, I mean, I look like a genius to the whole audience. It's Cam Akers, right?
Cam Akers.
What is dead may never die. You just remember that, all right? That wasn't my line, but I'm using it here.
Fucking DB, man. This is why I love DB so much, man.
Juicy J.
It's my Canada brother.
Juicy J.
I tried to say brother and brethren at the same time. It came out really horrible.
It's kind of you kind of are you're getting a weird like Sunday vibe to it that doesn't like it's I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
it's all right. You'll get better next time, you know.
DB a Juicy J fan. I love it.
I mean, you know what's really weird though? Like I'll be trying to picture DB. Literally, I have zero visual at all, but I'm trying to picture him like vibing to Juicy J, like smoking somewhere. Like I can see it, but like I'm like
he gave us that good video in the Discord of him at I'm trying to the Heart Attack Cafe in Vegas.
That was crazy. You're right.
I've been to that place, man. That's a good place to go.
That's why you're worried about the ticker, the Heart Attack Cafe.
The food's good. Just ain't good for you. Ain't good for you.
Everything's good in moderation, Mike. You know? That's
true.
Don't tell people that I told you that when you do crazy, stupid shit. Okay.
Thanks to Adam.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky. Don't you put that evil on us.
Never wins an Oscar on being very rich, dude.
All right, hold on. Let's get real. Grant is not being rude. His last name just happens to be rude. He's got a draft tomorrow. Let's help him out. Where for quarterbacks, it's ±1 per incompletion. Okay. Anyone you would target specifically? Well, this is more about avoiding, I think, truthfully, when you get to that format. But quarterbacks go real early. Mahomes went 103 last year. I mean, that's not that early. Is this Superflex?
Yeah. I don't know.
Is it if it's one quarterback, that would be early, yeah.
It'd be cool if we could develop this tool where you could put in your league with all your weird scoring settings.
No, that would be too advanced.
It'd tell you, like what positions.
Mike, if you keep pushing all these tools, they're not going to need us anymore. The fuck out of here. That whole theory, you can shove it somewhere. Okay, people are going to come here and ask the same damn question whether the tool exists or not. That's what people do. And by the way, Grant, I'm happy you are. Now, what Mike's trying to do in his facetious way is give us the league name. We'll help you out.
Oh, Matt Harmon never responded. Or Matt Dennis. Jesus, fuck, my bad. I fucked that up. Matt Dennis never responded. Well, sorry, I
will admit they're very different, but I'm not surprised why you're surprised that either one of them didn't respond.
It's because they're both named Matt.
When Matt Dennis yesterday, Mike, when I had to go help out upstairs for a little bit, and I'm looking in Discord on my way up, and I'm like, Matt Dennis is fucking sitting by himself in that chat.
In the voice chat.
And I'm like, so I go in. I'm thinking he doesn't know where to go, whatever. I'm talking to nobody, and my wife's trying to get me to come help. He sat there all night, not even aware that he was in there. I mean, just.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it. It's amazing. Any quarterback. I mean, the easy answer without knowing WoRP on the fucking league is just target quarterbacks with high completion percentages.
I mean, no, honestly, when you're talking about passing style quarterbacks, it's the actual good NFL ones, right? That's the differentiator. The ones that suck
running
are going to be
throwing
in
going to make up a
incompletion.
lot, but mm-hmm. You don't want those 50% completion guys.
But even there, to your point, that would hurt. But if they're really good at rushing, it kind of masks it. But yeah, in this format, Burrow gets a massive bump,
So that's what. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Got off on the Matt Dennis thing, Adam. But that's what it was. So last night on Savage or whatever, I was drinking, having a good time. I said, Matt,
you were.
By the way, check out Matt's and Pat's podcast. Very, very good stuff. All in podcast.
No, I gotta mess with Matt. Go ahead.
I know you do. But I was like, Matt, I love having you on board. I'm so happy you're over here.
You know what? Grimy 3, I just like the energy. I don't know what this has to do with, but I like the energy,
And fuck the peg.
I'm with
But
it.
I told Matt, I told Matt, I said, I love having you over here, but I've been in 2 drafts with you here lately, and you're fucking bad at this.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna lean into it. You know, and the truth is, you gotta start pulling your weight around here. I'm sick of you leeching. You know, just fucking lean into it.
So Matt put in the fucking one of our league chats today. I'm gonna love beating you in every league I'm in with you, since you say I'm not that good. Hashtag quarterback dump. So I responded to him, Matt, when's that starting? Because I'm in a few leagues with Matt, and he's yet to beat me. And I was waiting for the response, but Matt never responded. So I'm sad.
He's got to be a tough guy now, Mike. There's pride on the line now, you know.
You're leaving me on red.
Dang, that's cold, Matt Dennis. Matt Dennis can go that cold. Not a big fan of old JMO guy, but I had some kind of 18-year John that was straight wow. I mean, I'll be honest with you, D-Walk. I'm happy for you because I know you're in a good spot right now. Like when you wrote that out, I could tell you're feeling a good type of buzz of some sort. Time. You're having a great time.
Look at that picture too, man. Look, D-Walk looks so happy.
You know what? Hold on. Let me get
flannel.
You know what I got to do?
The beard.
It's flexible. Let me blow this up a little bit. You know, just for the sake.
Make that fucker big.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it his.
Who's got a better beard?
Pause. I'm gonna. Look at that guy, huh? Dude, is that not a Manscaped picture right there? Mike's muted.
That's Manscaped. If you ever had Manscaped.
Wow.
Just looking up at the ceiling.
SHFF20. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Appreciate you, D-Walk. I'll tell you what. I don't need to tell you anything. You're good. You got this.
Grimy 3. I came in late.
I got to rewatch. Just wanted to add the Packers and their fans are all. What the hell just happened? We lost. D-Walk went to a fucking cloud 9. He's walking in clouds, and we got Grimy 3. He's like, no, I'm coming in here to fuck shit up. I woke up today and chose violence.
I'm like Googling what the fuck a Momo is.
I don't actually want to know. I kind of like the ignorance is bliss right now. He's just angry. I like this.
It's some sort of dumpling. That's serious.
I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just like you know. You just wake up every now and again. And you're just like, nah, fuck everything. Like, nah, I'm making.
I don't know what the fuck a Momo is. I wanted to know what it was. They look good as shit, man. I'm hungry now.
Dude, Grimy 3. Let's go.
We gotta get the fuck out of here so I can go eat, man. Grimy 3 made me hungry.
Oh shit, we've been in here for an hour 45, dude. I'm literally like, the amount of floating and coasting I'm doing. But listen, I wouldn't change it for the world with having kids, but dude, right now my sleep habits they're so bad, bro. Like I'm constantly just like you learn how to just float. It's weird. You're just existing, kind of, you know.
You're like Casper.
Dude, I woke up from not sleeping this morning. When I mean that, I got out of bed like fuck. I literally it happened again, and I knew I had to travel all day. I'm like, this is gonna be miserable. Guess what, Mike? I'm gonna for sure sleep in the plane. You know what happens? I got the aisle seat. I paid for it even. All right. The 2 people next to me, 3 kids, lap seats. We are absolutely cooked. I'm just like, you know what? I also don't have my bud. I lost a bud, so I got 1 bud. I'm like, you know what?
How you lose a bud?
Well, it's somewhere in the airport. I can't
even talk shit, man.
No, the tracking. I could see that we're on the plane getting ready to take off, and it's in the fucking like.
Help me out.
Okay.
Did I have flip flops at the expo?
Sure. You always have the South Harmon's one. Yeah. They didn't make it much. They didn't make it very long into the week though.
Okay. So I must have left them motherfuckers there.
I'll be honest.
I put on my flip flops. I'm like, where the fuck these things go?
I kind of envisioned that like when you were talking about iPads, that was the flip flops, but that's neither here nor there. No, the bud is.
That was no. I mean, they're also known as thongs, but that's a different kind.
No, the thongs have to have the in between the toes. You got the.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, I had a pair of thongs.
No, you had the the ones I'm thinking of, the South Harmon flip flops.
Yeah, I had them. I came back with them.
Okay. Well, see,
but I got a pair of missing.
You expect me to read your mind? I didn't. Those are the ones I saw you have, and I didn't know that you didn't.
Where'd they go?
You had those. Yeah, the thong. You're always losing thongs. That's fair.
I'm wearing one.
Good night. You talk about getting off the stream. It is time. It has been time. I think we just went on a tangent.
It was a gift, Todd.
The painting was a gift, Todd. It's coming with me.
Yeah, by the way, momos are a type of steam-filled dumpling in Tibetan.
I like how Mike's going to try to tie this up in a good, like, you know, a good way to get out of here. I was like, explain the momos. Fucking amazing.
Momos.
Momos. I might have momos in my fucking dreams because I'm going to be so knocked out. Like,
I'm sweating right now, but
why are you sweating?
My children, I'm sweating.
The CeeDee, isn't it? The CeeDee jersey's heavy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get the
fit for a king.
What?
Fit for a king.
I love this. All right. Well, Mike, you know what? On that note, we're gonna retry this. Now, the thing about it is, damn, it's not gonna work quite as I would hope.
Don't do it.
Oh no!
Don't kill all the monetization again. God damn it,
Mike! You're betting real money on Cam Akers. You're telling me I can't fucking play a song? Listen, that thong song we're putting on for your thongs, okay?
Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
See, you see, this is what restraint looks like, okay? In a moment where I have nothing to gain by not doing it, I still can. One day, Mike, for this year, you won't make me babysit you and my kids and everyone here at BDG. I'm like the old fuck here now too, so I'm just like.
Is this all because I tried to bankrupt the company a couple weeks back?
And it's a repeated offense. This was 2 years in a row.
But I always bring us back, don't I?
No, Koopa does. But yes, we get there. All right. Collectively, we get out of your mess. I need a beat.
Team.
Give me something. No, you are the M and the E in team, okay? Give Mike the ball and get out the fucking way. That's what you are to the team, all right?
It's Brucey time to shine. It's Brucey's time to shine.
Here, Mike, here. Throw that. Go ahead. That's why you don't play quarterback. Sit the fuck down.
Dude, you see me throw. It's a cannon.
I mean, you call it a lot of things. I mean, you couldn't hit. You couldn't. Broadside of the barn, Mike, you couldn't hit Jay about 4 inches in front of you.
That's corn-fed and inbred, son.
Yes, I would agree. Like, corn-fed inbred is not something I think well of, and I think it's well past time to get out of here. If you have any questions, I'm sorry, but we're no longer answering them. We will potentially be back next week. We love y'all.
CeeDee Lamb, Dynasty WR1.
All right, Dynasty Don, not a question, so I'll allow it.